Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Tabletop Escapades. This is an important moment. This could be a final moment, I suppose. We are, Ramos thoroughly tested the party, and he was surprised and unexpectedly caught off guard by their kindness and their willingness to trust and to...
I don't know why that would catch him off guard if he's been following us.
It has caught him off guard because he spent a lot of time observing other groups of people.
Got it.
And he's always been disappointed in how they resort to violence or how envious and jealous and petty they can become. And so he's developed a lot of cynicism over time.
Fair enough.
And you guys were asking about his grand plan for Tataka.
Mm-hmm.
And before he answers, he lets out a breath like he's going to say something big. And he goes, "How much do you really know of Tataka?"
Well, we saw him once and he was very large, though I suspect that was an illusion or a compensation for something. And he made us unable to use magic.
Mean?
Huh?
What do you mean a compensation for something?
Well, you men.
Who's Tataka?
I have to presume if Tataka wanted a large penis, he could make one.
Well, I imagine that's why he made himself so big.
Please.
Okay, so excuse me at the table.
Yeah, sorry.
Villian, I'm curious. I've been interacting with multiple versions of your family now in an effort to test you specifically. I've never heard any Villian say penis before.
I bring out the worst in him.
It's
Blame me for that.
It is this combination of trees and young Palvin, who is quite naughty.
Would you say they've had a bad influence on you?
Nah, it has been a good influence. While I can stay true to my ideals, I can still succeed in my adventures with fun people.
Fun people.
When I say, what do you mean compensating for something? I am testing Teresa's joke.
We have a back and forth, a little tete-a-tete, you know.
Yes.
I have to say, out of all of the villains that I've met, you are the most playful by far.
1 month ago, I was not too playful, but then I met these people.
I see. It seems like all of you have had a great influence on each other.
Yes, I've had a great influence on everyone.
Oh, Palvin, I have something that I like to call the finger of death. And
hey, I know that.
Yes, we've seen it. It's awful.
Do.
I have
it is
that
awful,
one.
Isn't it?
Palvin, we won't kill him yet. Hold on.
Remember what I said about manners? Palvin has a very shrill voice.
He does.
If you could prevent him from screaming while we enjoy our food and conversation, I would very much appreciate it.
So far, we cannot.
I've tried many times to keep him from speaking.
Then the rest of the group will understand if I do have to get rid of poor Palvin here for the sake of the conversation.
You mustn't get rid of Palvin.
Ramos, I fear if
Then
you do
keep
that,
him under control.
it will set off a chain of events that makes Villian upset,
Yes.
and it'll be a whole...
Palvin, just keep eating cheese. No more
Palvin, please
interjections.
just don't talk, okay, bud?
Fine.
Now back to Tataka. I believe he's told you what his intentions are, this idealism that he spouts. Why don't you give me your interpretation of it?
I assumed he was misguided or lying.
He's a fool. He says if he can give everybody what they want, that will live in a happy world.
Yes, Villian. You know how ridiculous that sounds.
It is absurd, yes.
What upsets me the most, I think, and what I've seen from everyone else that I've observed, is you give someone a little bit of power. You give them a taste. You give them the ability to control somebody else's life. And they always think suddenly they know what's best. They know the answers. Because they have this power, it has given them the right to make decisions for others. And that is exactly, and he pulls out one of his daggers and he slams it on the ground, or not on the ground, on the table. Oh, he slams it on the table.
Is that a nice dagger?
It is the same blink dagger that Therese, I guess.
Oh, from that chest way forever ago.
Yes.
Cool.
And that is exactly what Tataka is doing. He'll sit there and spout on and on and on about how he can create a perfect world for everybody. I don't think anyone, has the right to do that.
Ramos, forgive me. If I recall, Tataka told us that he, in no small way, essentially created this universe for you to give you ultimate power over everyone else. And did you not do exactly what you're describing?
You're on the right track, Therese, but as usual with Tataka, he's twisted things a little bit. He is right in one sense. I am evil, and I intentionally sought to cause as much pain as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to do, because, I had lost hope. I was nothing but bitter and angry. Do you know what it's like to not know anything about yourself?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you do, young
Yes.
Papa. You do, Therese. Well, please, one at a time, why don't you tell me of your own struggle?
You first.
You first.
Fine, I will do so, but I worry that perhaps I was a little bit too callous before. Why don't you let me try one of your loaves? Please.
Is it okay if I toss it to you?
Pampa, please hand it over.
He likes manners, Pomper. Just hand it to me.
He did ask. I will allow you to toss the loaf.
Throw it over.
He actually, it lands on it, he pierces it with his dagger,
Nice.
Nice.
Baller.
and he starts eating it.
You'll find it bland, but it offers the nourishing. There's the word.
Bland but nourishing.
Thanks, Therese.
I'm sure by this point all of you know that I've kind of been leading you along. I've been stalking you almost, fascinated by you. Because you created me. I exist because of you, or at least that's my best understanding. When you used the mother's power in your realm and forced her to sacrifice herself, you created a void.
I look at Pomper.
Wait, what's he talking about?
I did no such thing.
No,
Yes.
he's talking to us. I told you we killed God in our reality,
Wait,
and then
what?
he replaced
Not
her.
Glingoa, some
Not
some
my-
sort of
The
silly
God of
dragon.
Oh, good.
of our
Yeah.
reality.
I can imagine this would be a little bit confusing for you.
Yeah, there is
Really
a
an
bunch.
Another
there.
divine being.
Yeah.
Mm.
Only Lingua.
A lesser divine being.
Oh, she
It turns
seemed
out
pretty good.
that you saw some things after that moment, some strange, cryptic things. What that was revealing to you is that there are some things in this world that, when you kill them, they contain such power that that power doesn't go away with them. It remains. It exists. That force has to go somewhere. Most of it went to Tataka. And for some reason, some of it went to me. I don't know if it created me. I don't know if I was someone else before. I have no memory. And all I have are questions about who I am, about why I am. And so, like a child, I used my power to observe. And as I've told you already, every single group that I observed, in whatever timeline they existed in, it always ended in pain and suffering. And so I thought, to live, that is what I would have to do. And I started to find joy in it. I enjoyed it, trading people, creatures, treating them like things, using them as toys, because I had the power. And they
You're
didn't.
sick.
Pomper, hang on. I think he's saying that he's turning over a new leaf, maybe.
I don't know if I would go as far as to say that I'm turning over a new leaf. I believe young Pomper has the right of it. I am very sick. But my sickness is the result of my own confusion, and you don't have to feel sorry for me. You don't have to like it.
We don't.
But in everything that I've seen, I've always been able to, over time, the more that I saw, I was able to predict what would happen. And this encounter, this meeting, you entering the monastery, everything has gone opposite of what I predicted. I've seen your group. I've seen you do terrible things. I've seen you be terrible people. But here you opted for faith. You opted for accepting the consequences, even if it might hurt you. And it's got me thinking that I'm getting a little bored, that I'm not really doing anything other than amusing myself anymore. And I have no interest in being good or creating these false ideals like Tataka. I'm just sick of it all.
Then join us.
I don't want to join you.
I don't want to join.
I don't think I'm ever going to get my answers. I don't think I'm ever going to know who I am. But I do still have that power. And before I go, I'd like to wipe that smug smile off of Tataka's face. I'd like to do something. I'd like to take away his power. I don't want to kill him. I don't think he's evil. I think just power has polluted his mind.
Well, then our purposes have aligned at this time.
He killed Rings' entire race.
And Tree Guy, and a bunch of others.
Well, I'm not one to judge.
One was just like a big eyeball.
Villian,
I've
Pomper
killed
and I killed an entire universe.
I've killed things just to see how they bleed.
We didn't mean to do it.
Yeah, you're evil too.
Yes.
Yes.
What's going on here? Why is everyone so evil, killing everybody now?
It was an accident. We were trying to help everyone.
It was just a bunch of bats.
Wait, bats? Oh, that's okay. As long as they're not people.
Palvin, please.
Keep with the cheese, Paladin.
Oh, God, he's a serial killer.
Villian, you seem to have taken a liking to the boy.
Yes.
That's strike two.
Why?
One more. Just shrill outburst like that.
Palvin, I beg you, stick to the cheese.
Palvin, do you want
Palvin,
to
please.
wait upstairs, Palvin, please?
No, I'm fine. I love
Okay,
the cheese.
please
Yes,
don't
it's
speak.
good cheese, isn't it, Palvin?
There's
Please
one-
don't
Great
speak,
cheese.
Palvin.
There's
something
one
else.
really important question. If you want his power so bad, why don't you just go and take it?
No, I don't want his power. I want to stop his power.
Where do we put it? You said yourself the power goes somewhere.
Yeah, why don't you just go and stop his power then?
Because I wanted to bring you down here, and I wanted to let you know something. Something that will probably shake you to your core. And it gives me great delight to do that, honestly. But
Beads of sweat start draining down.
the thing about Tataka, and I've been able to learn it because I have a taste of it myself, is he's creating new worlds. These perfect little worlds where your little kobolds or your little palvins or whoever it may be can go and be free from consequence and all of that. Yes, would you actually like to know how Birdcough is doing? I've talked to him recently.
You've spoken with Birdcough.
I have spoken with Birdcough.
Did you go to his circus?
Yes.
Was it good?
Friends. No, not friends. Yes. It was the most amazing circus I have ever seen. And it was the first time in my cold heart I had ever felt joy.
So Birdcough's doing all right.
It was a musical delight.
Palvin pounds a fist really silently on the table, just like a king. It's just like it's jealousy, mad jealousy.
Palvin, shh.
I'd like to see this circus.
Then you're capable of feeling joy.
It was only that one instance. But
Come
yes.
with us, you'll feel more.
Come with you where? I'm the one that has the power to change this. I just want to let you know what's going to happen.
What will happen? What will we do to Tataka, and what will happen after?
Essentially, to break it down in the simplest way, Tataka is using time. He's manipulating time. He's making more time.
Time magic.
That's right.
Villian hates that.
It is forbidden.
Well, you've dealt with a lot of it already, I'm sorry to say.
Yes.
What we do is we keep turning back the clock. Just over and over and over again, we wind those hands backwards until we're back to the original point. But that means everything will change. All of you will lose the power that you've gathered up to this point.
God damn.
You will go all the way back to not grand heroes. You will become fledgling adventurers. You will lose everything. The friendships, the power that you have, the places that you've been. You will lose all of it.
I'm still confused, Ramos.
We have infinite money and we're almost level 20. Damn it.
Why don't you just do this yourself?
What do you need us for?
Because I would love to do this myself. In fact, I didn't want to do this until you had to go and show self-sacrifice. But I can't just go and do it.
Oh, so you need us then.
I wouldn't say I need you. I need to correct you. You are an anomaly. You have sort of betrayed the rules of time and space. You've been places many times over where you shouldn't be. And so we have to insert you into the right spots in order for this walking back of time to work.
Well, it sounds like you need us, so I'll play your games, but only if you come with us.
We have to go with him, I think.
You have to go with me, Pomper. Where would I be going with you?
No, you're coming with us
Where are you going, Pomper?
to stop Tataka.
I have a feeling this was not communicated as clearly as I would have liked.
The last time we tried to stop Tataka, poor Carter was left behind some sort of light gate. He wasn't even allowed to go up the stairs.
You cannot stop Tataka. Let that be known. He is the most powerful being in all of these places. He is
Lingua aside.
He could eat Lingua.
Bite your tongue.
I will not.
Wait, if we stop him, will it eradicate all evil in the world?
No. If we and in fact we won't even, like I said, that power, I'm not even sure how it will respond. One of two things could potentially happen. If we turn back the clock, that power will sort of break out of the shell of Tataka, as it did break out of the shell of the mother, and it will go somewhere else. It could create unforeseen consequences. Or, what could happen is it will become dormant within Tataka. He will lose a lot of it, essentially. It will diminish in size, and it will grow at a natural pace. I don't know what will happen. But what this means, to answer your question about evil, because you seem to care so much about it, is that there will be no Tataka. There will be no Ramos manipulating things behind the scenes. Life will play out exactly as it always does. Everybody will be able to make their own decisions, and the consequences will follow. Good and evil will happen in equal measure, and I'm sure war will come once again.
Why are you keen on destroying yourself? It seems as though for this to work, you and Tataka would both go away. Why do you want that?
Because this is what I was talking about. This is what I was trying to tell Tataka. If you give somebody everything they want, they won't have anything to like. They will have nothing to live for. I understand.
Kyle, take a point of inspiration for that.
Thank you. This is what I was trying to explain to Tataka.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Villiand is completely correct. So, you're right. I'm becoming bored. I've done everything evil that I could possibly imagine. And I tire of it. There's no fun in disemboweling meek
That's
creatures.
because you haven't journeyed with us. Let us change your life, Ramos. Let us bring the joy back into your daily life.
It has had a
Walk with us.
It's had a positive effect on
Walk
Billy.
with us, Ramos.
Unbelievable.
Who are you, dude?
Walk with us.
Walk with us.
Pomper, before we continue, I need some more wine. Pomper, where would we walk to? What would we do? What quest would you be going on?
We're going to stop Tataka.
What? Pomper, that's what he's talking about. Going and stopping Tataka, but the only way to do it is to reset everything.
Yeah, reset. He comes with us in the reset.
Pomper,
Why are you not coming? If we're resetting and we're all going back, why don't you come back with us?
Pomper, the reset means that you will not be with the group anymore. You will be with your family in that cave. Once again. Therese will be gone.
Will I remember?
No, you will remember nothing. You will never know of Potbelly
This isn't right.
or Moof or
This
any of
isn't
them.
right.
It might be the only thing that is right.
Life is life. Life has gone on. We're on this path.
By resetting things, it will be allowed to resume a natural state again.
Well, which natural state?
Yeah.
Because when things began, the red dragons were up to no good, everything was bad, the nightingales were taking over everything, things were bad. Evil was taking over,
Yeah.
and I mean, we did our best, we replaced it with you and Tataka, but from my estimation, it's the same. It's just the same thing,
It's just the
over and over
same.
and over again. People will always be like this.
History will
Everything will
repeat itself.
always be like this. There's no reason to start over because it'll just be the same.
Oh, you speak to the cynicism in my heart so well, Therese. You're right. You're right. I am doing this partially for selfish reasons, because Tataka has been nothing but a selfish, self-righteous oaf. But I cannot promise you a good outcome. I cannot promise you that nightingales will not return or what will happen with the dragons. I don't know exactly which point you will return to. I cannot say. All I know is that you will lose everything.
We're on
You will
this.
be thrown into chaos once again.
We're on this path for a reason. Going back seems like we're messing with things that we shouldn't be messing with.
Also, Ramos, forgive me, please, but I don't believe for a second that you've suddenly developed this altruism and want to sacrifice yourself out of boredom to attempt to save reality or punish Tataka. Like,
It isn't altruism, Therese. I don't really care about helping people. It is extremely selfish. It is me thinking, rolling my eyes, that Tataka has gone out of control, and all of my little schemes, they've run their course. I've seen them many times. I am just well and truly bored.
So wouldn't you rather just go face him head on? Together?
You're saying just get into some glorious brawl to bring him down.
Or glorious conversation?
is there a way we could strip him of his power without resetting everything?
No, that's exactly what I'm trying to say to Pomper.
There's
is
always a way.
Tataka is so powerful, he could just snap his fingers and you'd be gone.
Ramos,
Do you
how
not
about
understand
this?
that?
We understand it. Ramos, if you're keen to die,
I'm not keen to die. I'm keen on ending this Tataka nonsense.
sure, but it seems to me that your boredom is a large motivator in that, right?
That is correct.
And
What if-
spite, I believe it is spite.
Sure.
Definitely.
Jealousy.
Yes.
No,
Sure.
Not jealousy.
Whatever your
That's
motivations
one strike,
are,
Pomper. Palvin is on 2 and Pomper is on 1.
Ramos, whatever your motivations, for they are your own, I don't care. What if you just grant your power to me? We go on our way. You get the respite that you so wish for. Villian,
I love trees.
One moment,
but,
please, Villian.
But
I can take care of Tataka with that power.
This is still my dinner. Villian, what would you like to say?
seems like a very bad idea.
I agree. But, Therese, it's also not that simple. I, as I said, did not choose this power. It chose me. It happened. I don't know why. I've been trying to understand. I can't just give it to you. That's not how it works.
You can give it to us by joining us. You absolutely can.
Strike two.
Join you for what? Join you how?
We hit the road. We hit the road, Ramos.
Hit the road, dude.
We hit the road. Stay with us. I promise. After a few nights with us, a few days on the road,
He'll want to claw
you'll
his
be
eyes
changed. You'll have a new meaning for your life.
Pumper,
You haven't even met Potbelly yet.
I think he's seen Potbelly.
This is so ridiculous.
Pomper's 15.
We're gonna get him, dude. We're gonna get him.
We have him.
He's gonna join
He's on our
us.
side. We have him.
No, I mean like party member. Let's go.
You're gonna give us your power by hitting the road.
Traveling with us. You'll warm up to it.
Okay, all right. Ramos. Pomper. I told you I've seen things play out time and time and time again. As much as I admire your optimism, young, persistent, knowing Pomper, I know for certain there is one way to do this. And you do it this way. You do it my way. Or I deal with these anomalies myself.
Can't you even acknowledge that there may be forces that you don't even understand, Ramos? Do you have all the answers to the whole of all the worlds?
I saw the same thing you did, Pomper. And I don't know why they revealed themselves to you, but there are others. There are other figures like the Mother that have created their own spaces, that have created their own creatures, their own worlds. I don't know why I can't go to them. I don't know if Tataka can or what will happen if he does. Yes, Pomper, even I must admit there's plenty I don't understand.
I know of one such creature that I do not understand.
Which is that?
Oh, the source of my power. I don't know where it comes from.
I have some answers for you, Therese.
Oh?
Oh.
I don't know what your role is in it, but your source of your powers, for one reason or another, that source is certainly a mother-like figure in terms of power. The ability to create and the ability to live forever. I don't know how one would seek it out, but I felt it.
I felt it too.
An awakening.
Well, Ramos, I have a question.
Yeah.
If you tire of your machinations and your evil doing,
I tire of the endless loop. No matter how
Sure.
much I search, I don't find any more information about myself or why I'm here.
well,
If
Ramos,
I could get closer to that, I'd be fine, but I can't.
that's
So this will be a nice bow on everything.
I didn't know who I was. I still don't know, Ramos.
Ramos.
But
That's
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
that's just
because I'm
being
with it.
alive.
Yeah.
No, please.
It's about bonds, Ramos. That's the reason.
Spare me your boring prose. That's not what I... No, I understand that everyone goes through life uncertain. That's not what I'm saying. I was given this tremendous power. I was robbed of a life I may have had before. I want to know why. I'm very specific. This isn't aimless existential wandering.
Ramos, we know the answer to that question. There is no reason.
There is a reason.
No.
The others
if there's
that I
anything
saw,
I've
as
ever
Pomper
seen,
saw, there are other forces at play here.
yeah, and things just happen. When we killed the mother, the power went elsewhere. There doesn't need to be a reason. Tataka, you, if you stop doing bad things and Tataka is going to leave this realm alone, then we're done.
You want to know the other reason I want to stop Tataka? doesn't matter how much evil I've done. Those trolls that I've tormented, ruined their lives, taken their pride from them.
Oh, God.
I did it, and I enjoyed it so much. It was watching them just squirm and suffer.
You tormented Potbelly.
Oh, if Potbelly was here, I'd torment him right now.
Pomper.
But, you know, what's so frustrating about that and why I just want to get to Tataka so badly is it doesn't matter. Tataka can just create another world with similar or the same trolls even, and it's basically like that torment didn't even matter. He can just do it again, keep creating, end the suffering. How pointless. When
Tataka.
nothing has permanence, it doesn't matter.
He has too much power.
That's right.
No one should come close to Lingua.
Did you know Lingua is not real?
Lingua is real, please.
Would you like to see some compelling proof otherwise?
By all means, I've spoken with Lingua.
You've spoken with Lingua?
Yes.
That was a fanciful hallucination.
It was not. I communed.
Kata stands up.
Oh.
He's also upset.
Yeah.
Let's play a little game. Shall we? I'll show you that I really have seen it all. Why don't you ask Lingua for something? Anything, it doesn't matter.
It will take a second. Hold on. I cast commune.
Okay.
Which I think takes a minute. I don't know. Anyway, cast commune. Talk to Lingua.
Okay.
Nature. Not interested in talking to nature.
Trees.
Well, thank you, trees.
You contact your deity or a divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
You must ask your questions before the spell
Are you
ends.
real? No.
Yeah, mine's like that one's super. What? And it does take 1 minute, so it's like talk amongst yourselves.
This is entertaining. Would anyone else like to test out their gods?
I do have one question, and I'm not sure you specifically answered it. Why do you need us to help you stop Tataka?
I don't need you to help me stop him. I need you to correct yourselves. You...
So you
are-
just want our permission to reset?
No, I don't need your permission. Imagine that you're building a puzzle, and you have all of the pieces, and then suddenly, 7 of those pieces just get up and walk away. That's exactly what you've done. Through the opportunities presented to you, you've kind of shifted yourselves. You're not where you're supposed to be. And it makes doing the kind of manipulation that I need to do to fix Tataka nearly impossible. And so, a lot of my effort has just been trying to get you in the right place.
Lingua. Should I go back to my place in the puzzle?
You hear Ramos answer you. Yes.
No, Ramos, I'm talking to Lingua.
Ask another question.
Lingua, is father evil?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
That was also Ramos.
Ramos, please, I'm talking to Lingua.
One more question.
I have a question. Can I ask it?
Yeah, please.
Could I be forgiven for my sins?
You hear Ramos kind of suck in breath as like he's going to answer, but you actually hear a different voice.
Oh.
Yes.
Whoa.
Ramos is surprised. Excuse me? I think that's going to be a strike for all of you.
Wait, why?
Wait.
Who did
What was
that?
that?
What magic spell did you cast to make that voice?
I was talking to Lingua.
You were talking to Lingua. You were talking to me. I answered your questions, you idiot.
We all heard it. We heard Lingua say yes.
Okay. Lingua doesn't exist. It's a false god that primitive creatures make up when they don't understand the kind of power that Tataka and I have. Who did the voice? I will count to 10.
Yeah, who did it?
None of us did it.
1,
None of us did it.
2, 3.
Lingua.
I think it was him. I point to the pit fiend.
Wait, why? Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Why did you do that?
It does make Ramos stop counting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the things that I created would pull such a petty trick like that? I made these pit fiends, as you call them.
Oh, well then maybe not. I was just guessing. Because I know my
I have to
friends.
say your innocence is amusing.
My friends don't lie.
They don't lie.
No.
And he looks at Zemnar.
Oh no.
I think they've lied plenty.
Not since they've known me.
Is that true, Zemnar?
So I've known them? Well, I mean, I haven't told you everything, but I haven't outright lied to you.
Exactly. Because we're stronger together.
Wait, bring that voice back. Who was that?
I suppose I could commune again.
Yeah, who was it?
As you understand, if I do it twice in a row, there becomes a 25% chance.
Wait, I think I can.
Okay, all
I
right.
think I can do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have commune too.
What level was it?
5th level.
I wish
Yeah, I
contact
got
other
it,
plane
yeah.
wasn't so hard to do.
All right,
Same with
I'll
Divine
prepare it
Intervention.
again.
Okay,
It makes me
alright.
go crazy, and it's a 15.
Is that okay?
It seems we have another minute to spare. Yes, I'm curious myself. Maybe now I can use
Wait,
my
can you
own
boost-
magic to figure out who was
Can you boost my
talking.
intelligence?
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. It seems that our meal is really just about up.
Paladin's eating a lot of cheese.
How is the cheese?
Oh, it's really good.
No, Ramos is asking Palvin.
Oh,
Oh, just give it
it's so good. I love this cheese.
Great.
Oh, wait, at higher levels?
It seems that our meal is just about finished. I've laid out everything that I can for you. And now I just need you to agree or die. Either will be fine. You either go back, you lose your power, you lose your memories, or I just eliminate you and put you where you need to be right now. What is your decision?
Before we decide, we need to know what we actually do to take the power away. When you say put ourselves back in the puzzle, what do we do?
What do you do?
Yes. What do we have us do?
Well, we have to get close to Tataka.
It's a saving throw.
I have to be able to siphon his power
Yeah.
and use it
It'll give me a
to
D4.
turn back time. And I'll need you guys near crystals, so when the time is right, you can teleport to where you need to be.
We've done both of these things before. We can do it again.
You have.
Yes.
And so I guess in some ways, Pomper would get exactly what he wanted. There would be a brief journey of us going with each other.
Sign me up.
But, Pomper, you understand what would happen at the end of this.
We go back in time.
It is necessary, Pampa.
This doesn't seem right.
You trust him?
I know what needs to be done to take the power away from Tataka, the great evil.
Do either of you have greater restoration?
I do not know.
Oh, can I do communion now?
Yes, you can. There's 3 questions.
Lingua, should we go with Ramos? Should we play along with him?
That's a really tough question.
Got him.
That's why we ask Lingua. That's why we do it.
Let us
Our-
know, Lingua.
Are percentile dice out of 100, obviously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you two scheming over here? This is crazy.
This
Well,
is
I'm
freaking
trying to
me
do
out.
my contact other plane, but it's such a hard roll
Oh, got you.
that it makes me go insane. Like every time
Divine
I've
beings
ever tried to
aren't
do it.
necessarily omniscient, so you
Okay.
might receive unclear as an answer if the
Gotcha.
question pertains to... okay. Unclear.
Ooh.
None of us said that.
Wait,
We'll try.
Zemnar, please ask whatever this is another question. I'm about to zero in.
Oh no.
Go ahead. You can do it yourself.
Bending the rules of commune here for
Okay, all right.
for
All right.
narrative
All
element.
right, well, lay it on me.
Lay it on me.
Is this one of Tataka's tricks?
Nagua.
No.
Oh.
This is very troubling. And it puts a wrench in our plans.
I don't understand why it should.
It should, because if Lingua as a deity actually exists, this shifting of power, it will be sharp, it will be sudden. And if there are other divine forces out there, it might change them.
And make Lingua even more powerful?
It may make whatever this Lingua is more powerful, yes, that is true. Or it could overwhelm Lingua and destroy it.
Such a thing is not possible.
Villian, we
Ask Lingua if he can be destroyed by more power.
Lingua. Can you be destroyed?
Yes.
yes.
I take I stumble off the chair a little, take a knee.
Like, I've never heard this.
What?
What?
No one ever thought to ask him. God, can you die? Sure.
You betcha.
You betcha.
Oh man.
I propose something. We need to take a detour. I was hoping to just go to Tataka and deal with this very quickly, but it doesn't seem like that will be the case. We will have to find not only Lingua, but any other stray deities and figure out what they are and what will happen when things change.
So you're joining us?
I've not decided yet.
Got him.
Does this mean I'll have to?
I just want you to know that if I do come with you, I may just get bored and kill you in your sleep.
We are aware, we know. We will try to fight you back and you'll probably overpower us.
Yes, that is correct.
But what do you... How do we go find Lingua?
That's a great question. Why don't you commune with it?
We do, but you may not lay eyes upon Lingua. You may not.
What?
What if
Listen,
he becomes baptized?
No, I may not even lay eyes upon Lingua.
Oh,
Then,
We're not worthy.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
none of us here are.
okay.
but don't you want to keep Lingua safe?
Of course I do.
Who is not afraid to lay eyes upon Lingua?
I don't really care.
There is.
I don't really care either.
I'm more afraid of meeting whatever it is that gives me my power.
Therese, then you and I can go and deal with Lingua and these insufferable followers can stay behind.
I don't think Lingua would mind if we went and talked to. Talk to it.
He will mind.
I don't think he would.
I believe Lingua is a she.
Oh, well, please.
That's what-
That is a vast misinterpretation of Lingua's intent.
What is Lingua's intent then?
It is
Holy
very
moly.
masculine.
It's all encompassing.
I think you are about to have your world shattered.
Wasn't it just some kind of like giant tongue?
Yes,
Cloud.
of course, it is a very masculine tongue.
That is the most slender and feminine cloud I have ever seen.
How dare you?
It's not true.
You can go talk to Lingua, and I will go to Teresa's strange deity and talk to him.
I think it might destroy your
It
mind.
will not, most certainly.
Well, I
think it
can I can tell you this certainly that Teresa's deity, I suppose, for lack of a better word, is far, far, far more powerful than this stupid tongue cloud.
Okay, now you're trying to rile me up.
I'm just trying to find some sort of lesser deity. What you're dealing with, Therese, is on the power of Mother. That's a whole nother bag of problems.
Yeah, I don't think talking to mine is ever really a great idea. It doesn't seem to work in that way, kind of. I've tried talking to it 3 times and it almost broke my mind.
This commune that we have done has really put a wrench in everything. Seems we need to formulate a new plan.
Well,
Shall we do it on the road then?
Yes, we can go to Lingua. We can try to go to Lingua. No one may lay eyes upon Lingua. Are we agreed?
Well, can we just use Lingua to try to kill or weaken Tataka? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone?
You can't force Lingua to do a thing.
We
but
can ask Lingua.
Yes, you can ask.
Okay. Do we have any leads on how to get to this stupid cloud?
I thought you knew that.
No, I thought Lingua wasn't even real. So I
True.
don't know where to go. We can explore, we can jump from realm to realm, but it will take some time and you might die of
Sounds great.
old age by the time we get anywhere close.
Many have.
I think I live a lot longer than these guys will.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey, Ramos.
Therese, based on what I've seen of your adventures, I would say you have the best chance out of any of them.
Well, clouds are up, right? We could
So we're
start in
just
the
going
sky.
to jump upward.
Well, I don't know.
I have made an addition to this monastery. Perhaps you'd like to see it. Maybe you can discern some clues on how we can find Lingua.
It better not be a creepy dungeon.
No, it is, you know the crystals that you've used?
Yes.
It's a lot like that.
We'll
Well-
need to regather everyone. We need to get Potbelly. And,
Potbelly, the troll?
This is no matter for Potbelly.
Do you think I would allow a troll in my presence? You should count yourself lucky, you freak, that I would allow you in my presence.
Hey, look, we're all in this together.
We are not in this
Ramos.
together. You are accessories, nothing more.
Well, we're gonna get him anyway. So
Well,
sorry.
if the addition is in
It
the
hurts to be this mean to Bumper.
if the addition is in the monastery, we might as well look at this addition before going back to the boat.
Okay.
Where is it?
Here's this way.
Who are we missing? We're missing just. So
You're
I
missing
know.
number 1
Potbelly
and Potbelly.
and Bixamar.
Bixamar? Little Bixamar.
Bixamar.
yeah.
Bixamar and Claw. Are we with Claw or is Claw?
He's off.
You're missing.
Yeah.
So okay, of the many NPCs, okay,
Yes, yes.
you are missing
NPC check.
number 1.
Yep.
Potbelly.
Yep.
Eugene Claw. Bixamar.
Got it.
But Eugene Claw's like investigating stuff, and I can communicate telepathically with him anywhere on this plane of
I don't
existence.
even like Eugene Claw.
Yeah.
He sucks.
He's got a cool name.
Cool last name.
Okay.
JK. It's a cool name, actually.
All right. Come on one condition. The shrill boy. If anyone accidentally touches anything, it will ruin the room and it will cause great damage. The boy must stay here.
He will not trust the boy.
He will come, but wait.
Trust
But
him.
wait.
Oh,
No.
We gotta lighten the mood here. Just wait a sec.
what?
Give me a treat. What? Give me a sweet.
Oh, all right. I reach into the bag and I give him a sweet.
Ramos, you seem tense.
Damn it.
You seem really tense.
I am not tense, I'm just annoyed.
You seem annoyed.
Yeah.
Apt.
Checks out. That checks out.
Try one of these. I
What is
walk
that?
over. I hand it
That's
to him.
disgusting.
It's
It
a
looks
s-
slimy and gross.
It looks slimy and gross, but it's what's on the inside that matters.
Damn it.
What am I supposed to do with this slop? It's getting grease all over my hands.
You kind of go like this. It's a sweet from Calvide,
Yeah, I think you slurp it up.
which
I
probably doesn't exist anymore.
I will eat the slop if the boy stays here.
The boy cannot leave my
No.
side. You know this.
Villian, stay here with Palvin then.
I will stay here with Palvin before I go to Crystal World without
Just-
him.
Have the sweet first,
we're
and
not
then
going
then
anywhere.
we'll talk. They've never let us down.
I should have stabbed it with the sleep poison leg. I didn't though.
I thought the only time
We got him.
in this long, miserable existence that I would feel joy was seeing Birdcough's show. But I have found it a second time. What is the name of this?
They're just called sweets. I've got an infinite number of them.
Before we find Lingua, we must reach the creator of these sweets.
Oh,
Side quest.
he was in Calvide. It's hard for me to remember, but I think that was in our old reality.
From my understanding, it was, and we met a false brother.
False.
Yeah.
brother, yeah.
So the creator does no longer exist.
It was in our previous universe. I'm sorry, Ramos.
But lucky for us, Ramos, we have a whole bag of them.
I have an infinite number of sweets.
Anytime you want one.
Well, if we eat
Just
them too
ask.
fast, I guess we might catch up. But yeah, a couple a day.
Very well. The boy can come into the room.
Palvin, don't touch anything.
I won't.
I wink at Paladin.
Pomper, don't wink at Palvin. It'll confuse the boy.
Palvin, keep your hands in your pockets, please.
Ramos leads you down the hall. And he takes you into a room. And embedded into the walls of the room are giant blue crystals. Like you've seen before.
Like
And-
the one with the mother or the teleport crystal?
Like the teleport
Ah.
crystals. They are not like...
Right.
They're embedded in the wall, so they're a little bit different.
Yeah.
But they're about similar in size. However, there are creatures inside of the crystals.
Oh.
There's a troll, a dwarf, humans, all resting inside of the crystals. Why are they there?
Ugh.
How did they get there? Where will Ramos go? And will Tataka ever be dealt with? Find out next time on Tabletop Escapades.